What is up, ladies and gentlemen? How are we doing? How we doing? Let's get nice up close and personal. I thought I turned the lights on. Why did they not turn on? Hold on. Got him. What's going on, everybody? How we doing today? It is Friday, May 2nd, 7:34 p.m. And we are here to just hang out. Look at us getting up close and personal. Just in time indeed. Just in time indeed. Hope you're all doing well today. Going schizo. That's crazy. Two different universes. Here I am thinking I'm just living my normal life. I guess that's the schizophrenia. Listen, we do what we got to do. This is the sacrifices that we make for good quality set. I still have to put my canvas back up. It's been like months. I took it down for the dogs, but they're fine. I'm gonna put the canvas back up. They're not gonna ruin the canvas. Yeah, today, I just want to see how you guys are doing. What's up, Mario? What's up, Coconut? Hope you guys are all doing well, enjoying your weekends now that it is here. Friday always feels nice, no matter what kind of, career path you're in. Or unfortunately, I guess if you do have work tomorrow, it doesn't feel that nice. But you know what? Even if you do have work on Saturday, Friday's still a nice day. Been playing DMC2 and it's even worse than they said it was. Yeah, I've never played the older DMC games 1 and 2. I'd want to play 1 soon. But yeah, 2 I've heard is an absolute shit show. And even the HD remaster couldn't save it. Getting to work on a feature film later today, that is pretty sick. Hey, I'm happy to fucking hear that. That's big times. 1 is fun, 2 is atrocious. Yeah, they really didn't hit it. They really didn't hit it the second time. They hit it the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, but finally caught up to Kagurabachi. Hirohiko's my goat, and I thought Samura was being arrogant, but he's a Himothy. I'm glad you caught up, Jacob. Yeah, Kagurabachi is a really good story. They have really pulled together. Like I said, I think the beginning is kind of all right. I did enjoy Sojo as a character. Yet the Rakuzachi arc is where things really kind of widen up and open, and that's when I really started to enjoy the series to its fullest. Chihiro versus Kyoura Sazanami and everything else that happens, like watching Hikori, like it's been so long since I've seen him. I'm almost forgetting his name. Seeing him unlock his storage ability. Sick. Sick. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna play some Balatro. People called Hirohiko a goat when he was a deer. Listen, when he got both his arms chopped off, was so funny. He's just a deer in headlights. I'll say Yori being able to defend herself but letting people bully her is my least favorite trope. I hope her character turns out great. She's got, I mean, she looks like she's gonna be the part of the main trio. If Samura does go out here, it's completely possible that, she could get Toby Mune next. That would be interesting. Start a new run. I don't even remember what was going on here. I always go blue deck personally. Always go blue deck personally. This is just who I am as a person. I don't get money for the small blind, so I might as well. I think I think it's too early for Hirohiko to go down. I think it's way too early for Hirohiko to go down. I don't know what's gonna happen, but it's not gonna be good. Like I said, I think it's hard to predict. It could go anywhere, but my most likely interpretation would be like Samura does go out here in some way, shape or form, and then suddenly, for some reason, you know, Iori, you know, wields Tobimune instead. What up, Loud? How we doing? Now it's a party. I don't think Suzaku could heal whatever Yora's contract being broken could do. I'm also interested to find out what's going on with Yora and Mr. Hat Senior Hishaku. Enter, like, invading Kamunabi headquarters to get the Shinichi. We got two big things happening at once. What's funny is there was a man in IRL who could use echolocation. We should have given him a sword. I'm sorry, what? Bro, imagine evolving your senses, going blind to being able to use echolocation. I'd be a Samura clone any day. Gotta trade my eyesight for that. Coconut said I need Zone Yuji. Listen. I think I'm gonna hold off. I'm just gonna use all of my tickets for Zone Yuji Phase 1. If I don't get him, it sucks. It's a Yuji that I won't be able to have. It'll be the only Yuji that I don't have. But I need Domain Gojo as a red unit. I just need more reds, and I'm about to get Hanami too. I ended up getting Ultimate Mechamaru. Yellow unit sword option, so I have Ultimate Mechamaru. I've got yellow Nobara, I've got yellow Nanami, I've got incomplete Domain Megami. I've got enough yellow units. Like, if I get Zone Yuji, cool, but honestly, I'm saving at least 45,000 cubes for Domain Gojo. I have 30,000 cubes right now. I have 30,000. I don't know if I'll be able to hit 45, but at the very least, I'm saving as many cubes as possible for Domain Gojo. I need the red. I got the SSR character guaranteed. I got red Nobara, and I also ended up rolling a dupe of her with my tickets as well. So I have red Nobara now. Got all the disaster curses and plenty of domains. I just need more Black Flash merchants. Fair. What up, King Kamui? Hope Shiba's just waiting down there. Yeah, what is Shiba up to? Shiba is literally the Gojo of the story. Shiba is just never where he needs to be, and I think we just need an explanation for what the hell he's up to all the time. Prodigy said that's Matt Murdock. Yeah, you pulled Yellow Mechamaru too, Coconut? What are your thoughts on the recent Chainsaw Man chapters in terms of pacing? I mean, it's nothing that Chainsaw Man hasn't been giving us with the 14, 15 pages. That's nothing new, you know? As someone that's been reading the series weekly and covering it on the second channel, the 14, 15 page pacing has always been kind of ass. It's always been kind of cheeks, but, you know, you kind of deal with it because when Chainsaw Man is going, it's going good. But unfortunately, sometimes there is that little bit of in-between period before you get to there. But I think it's about to get back to where it is. I'm excited to see where it goes. I also just enjoy Fujimoto's characters, so it's much easier for me to not really care as much when nothing fucking happens for way too long, right? So, yeah. What up, JSARP? Nice to see you. Always love seeing you in chat. How you been? Do you think the anime will fix the pacing? Because I feel like the anime will adapt. Oh yeah, 100%. The anime will fix it. And also, if you binge read the series, that will fix it completely. It's 100 and wholly, completely a weekly fatigue thing. Chainsaw Man is a good story, especially if you read it all in one sitting. And that's how I think it will be once part 2 is all done. Wow, thank you for the 5. Do you think Shiba is stronger than Chihiro? 110%, without a doubt. Shiba is definitely like one of the number 1 threats in the entire series. I mean, even Yura said as much, right? During the beginning half of the Swordbearer assassination. He said Shiba was their one worry and their one threat. Even with an Enchanted Blade, 10 times. I think Shiba is Enchanted Blade level, if not higher, without a doubt. If Yora's worried about Shiba, then he's got to be a problem. Without a doubt. Sojo was also worried about Shiba and Azumi. Yeah, or Azami. I think that's his name? Yeah. He hasn't been in the story for a while, but he's also apparently a problem as well. Yeah, Azami. Azami's also a big fucking issue. Him and Shiba. Need to catch up to Kagurabachi. Caught up and have been hearing it's still been non-stop peak. Yeah, Kagurabachi has been good late. Has been, honestly, Swordbearer Assassination has been a very good arc. I think this is still technically Swordbearer Assassination, which is weird, but I'll take the $5. Do you think clairvoyance or echolocation is better? Clairvoyance. I would choose clairvoyance over echolocation. I would 110% choose echolocation. Somewhere one-tapped Hero and then dipped when Shiba showed up. Yeah, I think it's just like a I respect your strength kind of. Yeah, I think he can take on an Enchanted Blade wielder. I think Shiba is nothing to mess with, without a doubt. Makes the old Kamunabi guy strong as shit if he was folding Shiba and Azami. Yeah, he might just be past his prime, you know? It might be one of those situations. Basically need to see him fight because we don't know what his sorcery is. It seems like it's some kind of teleportation ability, but yeah, technically we don't know exactly what the gimmick is. It just seems like teleportation, but there's got to be some kind of, you know, trick to it. Ah. Shiba does need to stop hiding. That's why I think he's so suspicious. What's he fucking doing, bro? What's he up to? What's he so busy for? Fraud watch, potentially. I don't want to call it out too early, though. If I was drawn, would I want to be drawn as hashtag not Jogo? Yeah, 110%. 110%, or however you want, you know, or, you know, if that's what you're saying. However you guys, if anyone wanted to draw, like, I would be down as not Jogo, though. It's such a fitting, that's why I haven't changed the avatar. It's such a great little thing. And I was thinking of have it redrawn, and if I did, it would still be, you know, it would still be Jogo Gang, not Jogo. Hope everyone has been doing well. What up, Sot? How are you doing? We haven't seen Azami either. Well, he has reasons to not be around. You know, he's part of the Kamunabi. I expect him to not be, you know, to be busy with government Kamunabi things. Shiba ain't got no excuse. He's unemployed. What's he doing all day? Mr. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't show up and let the higher ups at the Kamunabi see me. Sorry. Why? Why is that, Shiba? Interesting. Why are you and Yura never in the same place? Never in the same place at the same time. Interesting. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't know if they are in the same place at the same time sometimes. I really don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. Hope we get a Hayuki chapter soon. Yeah, she hasn't been around in a while. We haven't seen her in a hot minute. Dude, these fucking Joker cards are trash. Shiba's the final villain confirmed. Listen, I'm suspicious of him. I don't know if he's the final villain, but I think he's got something to hide. Good, yeah, give me 2 fucking Jokers. Thank you. I'll take those. Yes, thank you. Oh my god, play only 1 hand? Of course, too. Thank you. I need the +3 hand size, literally. And I have the extra discard. Okay. I need like a straight flush or something, which honestly, I'm already kind of there. I'm already kind of there. Come on, Captain America soundtrack. Okay, let's go. We got the oh, let's go. We got it. Will that be enough? I don't know. It might not be. If I don't get a big enough multiplier. If I don't get a big enough multiplier from this, I'm cooked. Did the new Black Clover chapters come out? I haven't checked them out. I actually caught up on Black Clover recently, like maybe a month ago, but I haven't seen any of the new chapters. All right, let's pray. I'll probably read those later. That's good to know. Thank you, Coconut. Do it. Yeah, let's go. Call the fever out. Let's go. Call for the fever. I'm feeling the fever. Let's go. Come on, baby. Roll the hood. Let's roll a high number, please. Roll a high ass number. +0 multiplier. Oh my goodness fucking gracious. There was no fucking fever to be found. What up, anime darling? How we doing today? Hope you're doing well. Happy to see ya. Sheesh. That was a terrible run anyway. We're fine. That was a terrible run anyway. We run it back. We'll run it back. Shop has a rare Joker. Sounds good to me. All clubs debuffed. We ain't need no clubs. All my homies hate clubs. Right, homies? Let's get that fever rolling. I trust in the spades. They're higher numbers. Trust in the spades. A 10 gifted from Loud. Brother, always catching the fever. Always sending the love. Thank you so much. That's good for the Jogo gang. Jogo gang rejoice. Everyone W's for Loud in chat. W's for Loud. We got the flush. Big Loud W indeed. Oh, we gave him the bruzza. Oh, Mario's got the Gojo badge. Let's go. Real shit. That's awesome. I can't believe that some of you guys have been here for that long. It really has been a wild ride. Sincerely, wild ride. Can't believe it. Over a year. I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna need to make a 24-month badge. I never thought that we would get this far, guys, to be honest with you. I don't remember the movie or the scene, but like when they go halfway through the journey and they're like, wow, man, like we wouldn't have made it without you. And like, it's like, how did we do it? And it's like, honestly, I didn't think we'd get this far. Like, that's me right now. Has been nothing but peak live streams. Thank you, Loud, for being a member for 21 months. That's what I mean. 21 months. Pretty sure Tiberius is coming up on the 24 as well. Crazy. Y'all are real ones, for real. Thank you so much for the constant support. Sincerely appreciate it. Probably already has it, maybe. He might. So Kaizen, welcome to the Jogo gang, the big time Jogo gang. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Big moves. Thank you for the support. Welcome to the Jogo gang. Now we're on the fever, baby. Now we're feeling it. That's a good card. The raised fist card, that's a good ass fucking Joker card. See, it's already coming in. Already know we had to do it. Hell yeah, brother. Thank you. Any advice on getting more subscribers? The advice that I always give, because it's really tough, genuinely, to do YouTube, especially with everyone doing it. The best advice I can always give is, if there's content that you want to watch and it doesn't exist, that's the best way to start. It's always the best way to start making stuff that fills a void that isn't there. You know, there's 50,000 people making, you know, chapter reviews about, you know, a series that you're reading on YouTube, but not that many people might make, you know, character deep dives about that video. You know, not many people may, you know, make, whatchamacallit, they might not make fight analysis, or they might not make, you know, just in my wheelhouse of anime manga, they might not make, you know, ranking videos or stuff like that. Like, that's always the best place to start, because genuinely speaking, like, when you are filling that void, you know what I mean, and people come in and tune in for that, like, yeah, it's then tough to turn around and say, okay, I've made a bunch of, you know, character deep dives on fucking, who knows, you know, Devil May Cry or something, but then I want to talk about this instead. I want to do chapter reviews as well on the side. Feel free to do that. And the thing is like the void filling content, the long-term, we call it evergreen content, the stuff that's always kind of good. That is what will get people interested in what you have to say, and then they'll subscribe, and then they'll tune into the other stuff that may not be as, you know, in-depth or as impactful. And it's tough out there, you know, but consistency is also key. Just keep going at it, you know what I mean? Just every time you post, also don't afraid to be your own critic. That's also very important. Every time you post, you should be looking at your content and going, okay, how could I have done this better? What might have been better? And then make sure you carry that into your very next video. And every time you'll get better, and it might not feel like you're getting better at first, but like when you look at the videos you were making 6 months ago compared to the videos that you're making, you know, 6 months in the future, you'll be like, damn, you know what, actually we improved a decent amount. And I'm telling you, it happens before you know it. And then it takes a long time to get that 1, that 10, you know, that 20, that 100, that 500, that 1,000. But it's one of those things where it snowballs, right? It gets it gets faster, you know. Trust me. Managed to pull anything crazy in Phantom Parade? Nothing recently nothing really with the half anniversaries. I got my 2 Noburas, which were big time. I needed the Noburas. The yellow and red Noburas were big. I'm hoping to pull yellow Yuji with tickets, but I'm saving all my cubes for Domain Gojo. I'm a cool content creator. We appreciate it. Thank you, Anime Darling. You are a cool person in general. Thank you, bro. Love your channel. I appreciate that, Will of M. They're saving for red. Gojo Man says godlike patience. Listen, I struggle to hit that draw 10 button on Zone Yuji every time. But like I said, I already have so many good yellow units that it would be nice to have Zone Yuji, but I don't need him. He's not a necessity. It sucks to miss him, and I really do hope to get him for the tickets that I use on him. But if I don't get him, it'll be a shame, but it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. I'll be sad, but I won't be sad. I won't be as sad as missing out on Domain Gojo. I need more red units than I need yellow units. That's just really what it comes down to. Holding for Domain Gojo 2. That's what I'm talking about. Wishing you the best of luck. Same to you. At the end of the day, if I can get up to 45,000 cubes, I'm at 30,000 cubes right now. That's how much I have. And that's just from saving them up for the last month or so, not really using them on much. I did use a lot of cubes, unfortunately, to get Toji, and I had to get all the way to 248 points before I actually pulled Toji. I was almost 2 away from the grief. Hey, we feel bad. Here's Toji for you. You know, gotcha point pull. And the only reason I did that is because I made a boo-boo error. I made the dumb mistake that I didn't realize you could only add 100 gotcha points into a selection. I didn't realize that you can only use 100. Yeah, exactly. 45 cubes and 100 pity card. That's exactly what I have. That's exactly what my plan is too, Jinken. 45,000 cubes, because then I can at least do the 100 pity card. So yeah, so I put in 100 gotcha points because I'm like, oh, it will just let me put in 100 more after this. So I put in 100 to go into Toji, and then realized that I couldn't put in any more gotcha points, so I wasted 100 gotcha points. And I said, well, now I have to put in all the other cubes to Toji to get him, because now I feel like I wasted these gotcha points. You're a cook. Turn the volume for No Op. About to become immortal for 4 minutes and 11 seconds. That's what I'm talking about, Toby. Let's go, baby. Let's pull it. You know, let's discard one more time with that kind of energy. Let's see it. We're gonna get a jack. Oh, we didn't get the jack. All right, never mind. That's fine. We don't need it. I'll just do a 2-pair. I shouldn't have got rid. Oh, I have the queen. Cool. I got the 13 times multiplier for the queen. That's fire. That's all we need. The joys of gambling, indeed. I feel that. Sometimes I just want to go to the casino and just play some blackjack. Blackjack's one of my favorite games of all time. I love it. No. Flush. I fucking hate the needle. 800 isn't bad though. That's easy with the jokers that I have. Oh, actually. I know I said it last stream too, but if you haven't already, go buy Expedition 33 Clair Obscur. It is, I guarantee you that that motherfucker is going to be a Game of the Year contender. It is one of the greatest games that I have played in recent memory. I haven't played a game that good in so fucking long. Like, and the thing is like all the good games that I have played as of recent, I would probably put it a little bit above. It is so fun. It makes me feel like a kid again, genuinely. Playing an old school RPG that has so much extra content and just exploration and extra bosses and grinding and just making grinding fun. It's just, yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It rewards you for exploring. It's constant dopamine. Great game. If you haven't heard of it, or you were on the fence about it, fucking play it. Check out some gameplay of it after Sanjay played it, so I'm gonna check out his vids, see if I want to buy it. Yeah, you should definitely check it out. Like, it's one of those games that, like, I definitely recommend, like, if you're on the fence, watch, like, a gamer that you're really into. If you're an RPG fiend, I'm telling you, Coconut, you'll love it. I am as well. Like, I don't know if you play Shin Megami Tensei, but, like, I'm a big SMT guy. And this game not only scratches more of an itch for me than SMT does. Probably it's very similar. I love SMT too. SMT 5 is like such a good game, especially the Vengeance version they came out with recently. But it's like it's a mixture of all of the games that I love all packed into one. And for a studio's first game, they fucking killed it. Big SMT guy named the first Persona game. Oh, I'm sorry. Motherfucking SM when it was Shin Megami Tensei Persona 1. Or no, is the first Persona game Persona if ... technically? What is it? I know it's something weird. Is that the Shin Megami Tensei if? Is that technically the first Persona game? Listen, I watch a good share of Marsh, okay? I watch some Marsh content, damn it. The only wrong answer was Persona 3. Oh, okay, cool. Man, I played Persona 3 when it still had Shin Megami Tensei on the box name, on the box, okay? I played that shit back when it literally had the Shin Megami Tensei name still attached to it, and it wasn't just Persona. But yeah, it really is such a good game. Watch like the first hour or 2 hours of it with a creator that you really enjoy, and I guarantee you'll be hooked. It's like a movie. It really is. The cutscenes are all like a movie. The voice acting is great. The story is very interesting. It's fun. It's not like groundbreaking or anything like story wise, but the gameplay is like tremendous. The gameplay is immaculate. Only played Persona 3, didn't even get to floor 20. It wasn't the game's fault. I just wasn't invested enough. Listen, so I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, and I've talked with people about this. When it comes to Persona games specifically, I enjoy the RPG segments the most. The dating sim and like all of that extra stuff, I use a guide for it, bro. I'll be completely honest with you. I fucking fast forward through most of that shit, and I just use a guide to make sure I get all of the right answers, so that way my personas can be as powerful as possible, and that way I can get to the actual gameplay loop as quickly as I possibly can. I've talked to people about this, and they looked at me like I was crazy for doing that. They're like, "You're missing half the game," and I'm like, that's not what I'm here for, though. Like, I don't care about the dating sim. It doesn't matter. That stuff doesn't matter to me. Yeah, I'm missing half the game. I just don't care. I'm sorry. It's boring to me. I'm sorry. It's just, that stuff is boring. It is to me personally. No, JK, that's how you enjoy it. That's all right too. No, I feel you. I completely understand that people like it. I mean, it's very intricate, and they do a lot of work, and they put a lot of work into it, and to make it fun. But like, I'm just not a fan personally. I prefer, like I said, I just want to max out my stats to make sure my personas are as fast as possible. I use a day-by-day guide for Persona that tells me exactly what to do every single day. So that way I can maximize all of my time, maximize all of my Persona levels, maximize all my Arcana levels and my relationships in a timely manner, as well as my stats, to make sure that I do everything perfectly on a perfect schedule, and I get all the answers right when they ask me questions in school. And yes, does that take a lot of the fun and freedom out of the game? Oh, 110%. Do I care? No, because that means my numbers go up, baby. My numbers go up, and that's all I care about. But that's why Shin Megami Tensei is a much better game series for me, because it is just strictly the relationship, not just strictly the RPG segments, and like the Pokemon catching of the demons, and I love that shit. I much prefer Shin Megami Tensei. China Doll with the 10 gifted big time memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, girl. Happy to see you. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the support. What an entrance. SMT is just straight Dungeons and Demons. Exactly. What up, Yamalef? How we doing? Oh, I get 2. Base chips and multipliers are halved. Lame. Oh, I got a full house on draw. Okay, not that lame, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm a weirdo, man. That's just what I like. But yeah, Expedition 33, such a good fucking game, man. I'm enjoying it so much. Probably gonna play it when I'm done. But the only reason I didn't play it on stream is because I knew I would want to play it all the time, and I can't do that for work. Otherwise, I'll get no work done. Heyo, there we go. Love your videos. Hey, thank you so much, Lamilef. I appreciate that. Appreciate the support always, brother. Or sister. Let's see. But yeah. When you get to invest in a game or you just can't leave, same thing happening with Like a Dragon. I gotta get into the Yakuza series. Everyone and their mother tells me that I would love that game. It even happened to me in real life recently, where not to me technically, but my girlfriend was at work. And I've worked with I used to work at one of her old jobs that had a lot of the same people that she works with now. So I know a lot of them, and they were apparently a bunch of the guys were talking about Yakuza, and she was like, oh, like I wonder if Damon plays it, and they were like, oh, like he definitely does, like he would love that game, like that's definitely up his alley, that's his shit. And like she was like, oh, do you play that game? I was like, nah. No, not really. I've heard of it, but I never tried it. I love Kiryu's character. I've watched, I don't remember exactly who I watched. I would love to give them a shout out. I did watch, because I'm a nut job, I did watch someone explain the entire story of Yakuza, but I didn't really like retain it. Was it La Muerte Blanca? It might have been La Muerte Blanca. Or was it Your Favorite Son? I don't remember exactly. I think it was this guy. La Muerte Blanca. Yeah, it was this video. This 3 hour 15 minute. I watched this whole video and he was really funny and he did a really good job. But I didn't really retain any of it, so I would be down to go through it again. Boomerang CP9 are the strongest cartoon villain organization ever. Yeah, I definitely feel that. What the fuck? Jogo has no schnoz. Why did I never notice that? Yeah, he really doesn't. He's got no nose. 20 gifted members and it still didn't gift me. I'm so sorry, Jesse. You know what? That just means you're not enough of a fan. That's really what it means. That's just what you just don't engage with the channel enough, Jesse. Too low on the totem pole. I'm just kidding. All with the sad emojis. We love you, Jesse. What up, #1 fan? Hope you're doing all right. Sending you love. Jesse and Toby both indeed deserve love. Hey, Loud with the 10 gifted. Here we go, rolling again. And it missed her. Rest in peace. Oh, I don't have any discards left? Oh, sheesh. Mario said, "Whoa, re-roll one more time." Mario's gambling with Loud's wallet. He said, "Nah, come on, bro. Throw another 20 on black. It's okay. You got it." Thank you, Loud. Thank you so much for the donation. Give me that +1 hand size. No, I'll put a 24-month badge on there for sure. But that's how losers think. That's the mentality we love to see. Copies the ability of the Joker to the right. Okay. Yeah, fuck that. Give me this one. Hey, Mario with the gifted member. What a roll. Hey. Mario said, "I did my part." Listen, someone, like I said, has got to pull the slack for Loud. Someone's got to pick up the weight. Yeah, I think that's actually better. Would Bugs Bunny solo every other organization at once? Bugs Bunny was definitely one of the strongest. Oh my goodness gracious, Loud. I'm like praying, please give it to Jesse. Please. Thank you, Loud. Oh my god. Thank you so much. This is insane. What a contribution. Don't ever say that the Jogo gang isn't fucking supportive, all right? We're gambling and rolling like it's a gotcha game for Jesse's membership, and it's still no hit. Still no hit. Oh my goodness. Still no hit. And you know what? It's so funny to me. Nah, it's so funny. All you guys are great fans. Some of you guys might be lurkers. That really might be what it is. Cause like sometimes like it's like that pattern being like, "Who are you people?" But it's like some of you guys might be lurkers, you know? Which I appreciate that. I appreciate every single one of you guys, whether you chat or not. If you're just hanging out to hang out, I love it and I appreciate that. Thank you, Mario, for the gifted member. And again, it's a miss. I think it gives to people that aren't in stream as well, probably subscribers. I think so. I think it does go based off of channel engagement, because didn't we figure that out last time? Didn't we look into this last time? And when because Nightbot gives the stats, right? And we realized that the people that get the memberships the most were the people that engage the most through the Nightbot list. It wasn't always like that, but it was like 9 times out of 10 that's like kind of what it went by. I feel like we did this like a year ago, didn't we? We tried to look into this. Oh, China Doll, thank you so much. Rolling the gamble, please just give it to Jesse, because the fact that you guys are just gambling here is crazy to me. This I appreciate the love and support so much, but I sincerely just want Jesse to get a membership now. Thank you so much, China. Thank you so much, Mario. Thank you so much, Loud. Thank you so much, all you guys. Again, you can never say that the Jogo gang ain't showing support for our own. You know what I mean? At this point, you guys aren't even throwing it for me. You guys are throwing it for her. That's the funniest part. We're battling the YouTube gotcha game at this point. Trying to pull the SSR Jesse. We do it for the homies. That's the world we live in. That's what I'm talking about. I feel that. I love it. That's the kind of community that we created together, guys. Sincerely. Like I said, can't ever say we didn't do nothing for each other. We're gonna join in, but my phone won't allow payments and my laptop bugged out. Do not worry about it, JSCRP. Thank you just for it. It's just nice to have you here. Good thing I said a monthly renewal at least. Oh, that's nice of you. I appreciate that support, JSCRP. Sincerely, all the support really does go to keeping the channel alive and running and helping me pump these videos out. Like the last 2 weeks, I've really been trying to pump that content out. I've been really trying to stream more regularly. I'm going to be back to regular stream schedules next week. I had a really busy week. It was my brother's birthday on Monday. So went to go celebrate for that. So I wasn't able to stream on Monday. And then Wednesday, I went to a concert. I went to go see Bullet for My Valentine, Trivium, and August Burns Red. You know, I don't know if any of you guys even know who those bands are, but I've been a Bullet for My Valentine fan since I was like 12 years old. And they were playing The Poison, the album that I was listening to in its entirety. So that was, you know, a dream come true for me, just to brag a little bit. Even if you guys don't know, at least you can, you know, show some solidarity and support. But no, seriously. So it was a fun time. It was a good concert. And I went with one of my friends from my hometown. So it was a lot of good time. It was really good fun. I got ridiculously hungover the day after though, because I think I fucked myself. Genuinely. I only drank like 4 or 5 beers, but I think what it was is those last couple of beers at the concert were like 24 ounces. So I wasn't pacing myself correctly. I was like, I only had like 2 beers when I got to the concert, but realistically, there's probably like I had 4 beers. On top of, we went to a brewery beforehand and had like 2 IPAs, and also I took my Vyvanse a little late in the day, so I was probably off the Vyvanse like fucking mental grind where like I'm fucking locked in, baby. Like I'm not drunk, I'm fucking at this fucking concert and I'm fucking living life, dude. When realistically I was probably hammered out of my mind, and it didn't hit me until I got in the car and was on the way home, and I was like, whew, oh boy, yikes. I went home, and my plan was to walk the dogs and everything, and I came home to Amanda, and I looked her right in the eyes, and I apologized, and I said, I'm so sorry, I cannot walk these dogs. There's no way in hell. It won't happen. I'm sorry. Who would win, SpongeBob or Tom and Jerry? You know what? I do have to do, you know what? Those are generally really good questions, because I really do need to do those more tournaments of power and do the other versions, like Disney versus the Boomerang CP9 stream, and Nick Jr. versus the PBS stream, like I did for Cartoon versus Nickelodeon, and even do vice verses and stuff. Maybe I'll bring that out. Maybe I'll bring that out for the next week. I've got some plans for next week. I got some plans for more streams, but I figured today would be like a good simple, easy day to just chill and vibe, because we haven't chilled, we haven't vibed in a long time, guys. I feel like we're always doing things crazy fast. We're always living life in the fast lane. You know what? It's been a while since we've just relaxed. Am I on my soapbox? I'm sorry. Saturday, it's time for me to be faded. Hey, let's go. Saturdays are for the boys and girls. Saturdays are for everybody. We don't discriminate. We don't discriminate based off of gender here on the No Operator channel. We make that very clear. Want to make that very clear. Random question. Do you think the JJK community has more power scaling brain rot than it normally would if Gege gave more time for character moments that are separated from fighting? No. I don't think so at all. I think this is gonna happen with any, popular series. I mean, you even saw it with what? I guess Solo Leveling is a bad example because that is just a power fantasy series, but it's gonna happen with anything. It's always gonna be horrendous, unfortunately. Gege was good at doing fights and good character growth, but I feel like the last arc didn't do as well at that. Yeah, no, the Shinjuku Showdown, and you could argue that the Shinjuku Showdown definitely prioritized the fight over characterization. I definitely agree. Whereas I could also see arguments to be made that most characterization had already been done up until that point, and the main final battle was always meant to just be, the final battle. That was always meant to be it. But again, it depends on what you want. Like, if you enjoyed the characterization of the early Jujutsu Kaisen, you're not getting that completely. You're missing out on that. And I think that is truly the big divide between the people that enjoyed the first half of Jujutsu Kaisen, which is, I would argue, obviously the beginning up to Shibuya Incident, and then the Culling Games to Shinjuku Showdown is like a whole different side. You can even argue there's three halves, because you can even say that people enjoyed the Culling Game section, but up until, the divergent point in 214, I believe, or 212, when Sukuna and Megami, everything like that happens and everything moves on, you could argue that in prioritization of getting to where we need to be for Gojo and Sukuna to fight, we sacrifice a lot of key moments in the story, which again, I can definitely see that. I can see that as a flaw in the story without any hesitation in saying that. I do think some characterization is there, but what a lot of people loved about the series is definitely substituted in favor of a more intense, dynamic fight. Which again, you either like it or you don't. You really either like it or you don't. I do agree that we just need more Gege work entirely. Gege is strong when he's able to base his stories around his characters and make the characterization make sense. And we completely saw that full-heartedly with the Phantom Parade story, right? Going through Phantom Parade was such a breath of fresh air when it came to Jujutsu Kaisen content. I don't know if anybody else felt that. Like, seeing the kind of characterization of Saki Rindo and Yuki Kaito, even Nagino, the principal, and Rosetsu, like, that was like such a fun Jujutsu Kaisen story. Was Gege involved in the story? I would have to imagine. I hope so, otherwise I'm talking out of my ass. That's a good question. I would have to imagine it was at the very least supervised. How involved was Gege Akutami in the production of the anime game? I have to imagine if this guy is this Reddit thread is saying that he had complete control over the Juju scrolls. So all the little funny jokes at the end of the anime were written by him. So like if he's doing small shit like that, why wouldn't he be involved at the very least to some degree on that story? At the very least, I'm being willing to admit that maybe the story beats of everything isn't done, but I would say that the characters of Saki, Rindo, and Yuki Kaito, I'm pretty sure, are completely developed by Gege. But seeing, you know, Saki involved with Nobara, all that stuff, like, it genuinely was such a breath of fresh air. I mean, even the Jujutsu Kaisen light novels, I saw a video today. I did not watch it. I had put it on my watch later. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. But I completely agree with that sentiment, and genuinely speaking, I even said something like this not long ago, like maybe like a week or two ago. And that's not to be like, oh, like I had this take first. Like, that's to be like, dude, like, this is a genuine sentiment in the series. Yeah, this video right here, I have to check this out. The Death of Filler. Anime without filler feels empty, by Shonen View. I want to say, shouting this video out, I did not watch this video. I don't know this person. I please, if there is something crazy in this video or anything that is controversial, I don't know. I don't stand by it. I haven't watched it yet. I only bring it up hoping, one, that I trust this person, to not be a psychopath, and two, because I agree with, at the very least, the title and thumbnail of this video. let that be aware. Anyway, yeah, it's true. I feel like I said it a week or two ago, where Jujutsu Kaisen is a story that would benefit from filler, which is crazy to say because, again, people back in the day hated filler. I was one of those people that hated filler because filler was fucking annoying, especially when it would occur like in Bleach, where you would literally be mid fight with someone, mid big story fight, and like they would cut to fucking filler, and it's like, bro, you can't be serious. You guys are doing this right now. So why do I feel like they'll make a perfect reparation arc movie? I don't know, man, because it's the kind of world we live in today, where apparently they did it for Infinity Train, and they realized they could get away with it all the time, and that was our mistake for making that movie as big as it did. As big as that movie got, it changed the anime landscape forever. Gone is the time where we'll get original anime movies, like that Black Clover Netflix movie is like genuinely might be one of the only original anime movies, one of the last anime movie original story animes that we'll ever get, right? Because like they're not gonna do it anymore. The movies that we're gonna get are just gonna be the story itself, because they can make so much money selling out theaters to get people to see these fucking anime episodes, and then just double dip and re-down and just re-upload those episodes as singular episodes when the season comes out, because the people are probably gonna watch it again anyway. It's kind of bullshit. And Demon Slayer started that, and we have Demon Slayer to blame, honestly. Like, do you know how many fucking original Dragon Ball Z movies there are? There are so many original Dragon Ball Z movies, more than I can fit on my two hands. Like, it's insane to me that like gone are the era where like mangaka are like, and like that's something that like the anime industry would so benefit from, dude, because you know what? People would not come. I guarantee you, if Jujutsu Kaisen, and this has always been my sentiment, and I said this when the series first ended, if Jujutsu Kaisen was 100 chapters longer, in between, no one would fucking complain. No one would fucking complain at all. If Jujutsu Kaisen was like a 300-400 chapter series, there'd still be flaws, there'd still be complaints. But if the story was 100 chapters longer, where people were able to get a little bit more characterization for people, see the characters that they enjoyed around for longer, and also like if you were to add in, obviously it doesn't have to be specifically this, but like let's say you made Phantom Parade canon, and you put that extra story beat in before Shibuya incident. Obviously, you'd probably have to add Saki and Yuki or give them an excuse to not show up in Shibuya incident, but that's a whole nother arc that we get to enjoy with Yuji, Todo, Megami, all of these other characters, watching them have great moments and watching them develop their characters and show different sides of themselves, because that's what people wanted, right? People wanted more time with the characters that they loved. Like, if we had more stuff like that, and also sprinkle in more satisfying, you know, moments of, let's say, Kenjaku and Yuji's backstory, of, you know, Gojo and everything that he needs to do that people complained about, right? Like, there is so much stuff that could have been explored, and I think that's the problem. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that filler would have solved all of Jujutsu Kaisen's problems, but I'm saying if we had Jujutsu Kaisen filler to go off of, I don't think the problem everyone would say would be that, oh, these characters were wasted, these characters weren't around long enough. Because imagine if we had another arc, let's say even 2 arcs, to watch Nobara explore herself as a sorcerer, and then in the Shibuya incident, she gets cooked. Would anyone really, now leaving out the complaints people have about her coming back, right? Leaving out those complaints, I don't think people would complain about Nobara dying. Would people still be upset that she died? Yes. But people would, I think people would be more okay knowing that we still had another 100 chapters to enjoy with the character and see her grow, and her death would be a little bit more timely. What up, Animatrix? How we doing? I'm doing well. How are you doing? Should the anime add filler? I don't think that's the answer, personally. I don't think adding filler would be the answer. I think, genuinely speaking, having anime original movies or having more OVAs and stuff like that would be a great path to explore, because it gives us, like Mario said, it gives us more time with the characters to enjoy. I don't think that would solve all of the problems, but I think that would, let's say, like, for every season on top of that, now obviously here I am saying, here we need to get all these new animators and all these people, and then the seasons take even longer to come out and everything like that. Like, obviously I'm asking a lot, right? Saying that we should just have more original movies out is, like, you know, a big ask. We already have fucking problems in the anime industry as it is, so, like, you know, that being said, you know, I can see that maybe I you know, maybe adapt the light novels are good stories. The light novels were always good stories. I feel like that would have been very beneficial. Because the thing is, and the reason why I say that maybe more filler isn't the answer, is because I hate the idea, and I still personally do, because I still remember going through the filler days back in the day. I still personally hate being excited for something in the manga to happen and then having to wait for filler to get to the actual original story. And I think that really is also the big criticism that I can understand about filler, right? Is at the end of the day, people don't want to fucking wait for the manga adaptation, because what if you're not interested in the filler? That is a genuine question. which is why I bring up the idea of like OVAs or movies, because then you have the option of not engaging with that content. Yeah, too much filler messes with the pacing. Exactly. You have the option of not, you know, not engaging with that and just sticking with the main season. Or if you want that extra content, you can go into it. Eventually had weird filler for me. That's what I mean. Like if you're not fucking with the filler and you're like, this is kind of buns, like, don't get me wrong, Naruto has plenty of terrible filler, as people have mentioned how bad, you know, it was and how they spliced it into some of the most important story beats. It is just, yeah, you're just waiting around for all these low grade these filler stories to go by. You know, I can understand not wanting to engage at the same time. So it's a double-edged sword. Problem with filler is that it can't do anything with characters besides the source, because the source material might do something contradictory with that said character. Oh, completely agreed. Completely agreed. I mean, that's the issue. That is a big issue with filler while the story is going on. Where in this case of Jujutsu Kaisen, with the manga being over, now I think after Shibuya incident you can't really have too much filler unless we go back in time to before the Shibuya incident happened. That being said, you know, I think with the manga being done and knowing everything that happens with the characters is a perfect chance to do filler, because once you know everything that occurs, you know how you can write, you know, the perfect additional content that doesn't interfere, and if anything even works better and ties up loose ends. Because yeah, as Coconut mentions, Phantom Parade's original story works well because it doesn't throw the original story out of whack, and even realistically gives context and adds to the original story by giving a reason for, at the end of the day, how Kenjaku and all of the people were able to make such a complicated and complex barrier for the Shibuya incident. Oh yeah, another weird example is Boruto. Boruto is like unreal. Like, that is what I mean. Like, we're like, yeah, is getting all of that filler content amazing? When some, yeah, it's a double-edged sword. It really depends on the quality of filler as well. If the filler ends up being terrible, then I don't want filler. I want quality. I don't want, you know, quantity. That's also important to denote as well. We don't want to just start adding stuff on for the sake of adding stuff on and not fucking, you know, getting anything realistically good out of it. Based. That's what we were waiting for, baby. That full house. Give it to me. Literally none of the anime original cast shows up in the time skip. Yeah, it's even funnier for the people that are like spouting and like shouting at like that, like it's canon. This is just, we're just literally seeing what's happening in the story. The manga is just giving us bits and pieces and the anime is the real story. And it's like, all right, bud. Yeah, I don't keep up with the Boruto anime. I stopped reading the Boruto manga. Honestly, it started getting a little slow for me, pacing wise. And I'm gonna pick it back up in like, I'll pick it back up eventually. I was interested in Two Blue Vortex. I read through all of the regular Boruto. Regular Boruto is all right. There's some decent moments in it. I'd give it like a 5 out of 10, something around there. It's not awful. Two Blue Vortex picks up. Two Blue Vortex has a great intro and a great like first 10 chapter run. And then it just starts to slow down a little bit. It starts to get a little so that's when I put it down. I'll pick it back. I'll pick it back up later. I'll pick it back up later. I'm not in any rush. To read Boruto, so I'll let it build up and I'll read it when it's done. Not when it's done, but I'll read it. I'll let it build up a little bit. I did see the MS ability isn't it. I don't know exactly what the ability. I think I kind of remember what the ability is. I had that spoiled for me. I saw people talking about it on Reddit. It doesn't, you can spoil what it really doesn't matter to me. It's not that kind of story where I'll be upset if I know what happens. It's really not that kind of story for me at all. That's pretty insane. Hey, at least they gave her something to do. At least they gave her something to do. Kaori Itadori on steroids. Okay. We love that. Good for her. Rasengan Uzihiko is a really cool ability. I like that ability. Using the planetary spin to fuck people up. It's crazy. Yeah, but just the unfortunate Jean Grey syndrome where she does OP stuff only to pass out. Damn. Rip. Wow, the two cards I did not need. Thank you for that. Okay. I'll take the full house. Oh no, I could have done it with the aces. I'm a fool. Personally counted OG Boruto manga as bad because everything good I like about it sort of got ruined. Fair. I read it to give it a chance, and honestly, it's not horrible. It is kind of cringy to get through the first couple of chapters. Honestly, it's annoying. But you get it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing in the world. There's worse manga. There is worse manga. I'm trying to not use my spades, but all I fucking have is spades, and I can't discard anything. Ah. All right. Can't get cooked here. I think I might, though. It's looking like I'm gonna get cooked. I'm supposed to hit 22,000 on this run. Yeah, right. Last hand. I don't think this is happening. This might be a cooked run. Do I think Krollo struggled in his fight against Ahsoka? Listen, I know this is controversial. I know this is 110% controversial. But like Krollo won in his fight with Ahsoka because he specifically had like every single piece of the puzzle that he needed to get that W, to get that win, to get that victory. It was a very, very, very calculated combat situation. Do I think the fight would have gone differently if Krollo did not have full Batman prep time? Yes, I 100% believe that. Do I think Krollo could win on the fly still? Does he have the potential to do that? Yeah, 110%. Krollo is one of the best fighters in the entire series. But do I think his percentage, his win percentage is as high as it would have been in Heaven's Arena? No, not at all. Do I think his win percentage would be as high if he wasn't in a crowded location where he couldn't take advantage of all of those people and hide beneath them, and it was just him and Hisoka in a wasteland of desert with no weapon? No, I don't believe so. I do not believe so. I'm sorry. It's just not the case. Not the Krollo take again. Listen, to my dying day, I'll stand on my beliefs, god damn it. Stand on my beliefs. I love Krollo as much as the next guy. I don't know if he's got that. I don't know if he's got that on lock without prep time. I'm sorry. Hisoka is a menace. Listen, I'm not saying that Krollo couldn't come out of that as a victor. I'm just saying he's not. Hisoka was able to. You got me going. Hisoka was able to literally figure out Krollo's plan. Oh my god, Hisoka's so smart, bro. Hisoka's so smart. He had the whole plan to beat him and everything, and Hisoka still was calculated the whole time. Krollo had to blow up the whole goddamn Heaven's Arena. And that still didn't kill Hisoka. That still didn't kill him. Now this sounds like Ahsoka glaze. Dial it down. Listen, I'll zip his pants up when I'm done, all right? I love Krollo and Ahsoka, I would say, equally as characters. I love them equally as characters. Yeah, this run is cooked. Oh my god. Pause is an anomaly. Pause isn't real. Pause doesn't exist. Just because you say pause afterwards doesn't change anything. What up, Archon? How we doing? Pause is an anomaly. It's not real. Play. Speed up. Fast forward. Rewind. This isn't Click. This is real life. Damn it. Where's Adam Sandler where you need it? You know what? Honestly, Click is a movie that makes me cry. Click makes me cry every time. Of all movies, I usually, you know what? Click fucks me up, man. I don't know what it is. Pause is in Click. And yeah, so there's two scenes in Click that make me cry. It's the scene when his dad wants to show him the magic trick and he fucking won't fucking watch the magic trick. He's like, Dad, fuck the magic trick. I know the trick the whole time. And his dad fucking dies, and it's like, damn. You're a dickhead, bro. Makes me sad every single time. Oh my god, makes me so sad. It hurts my soul every time. It hurts. Said spoilers. Oh my god. You said you haven't seen it in years. You already seen it. Just because you forgot, that doesn't make it spoilers. The fucking Adam Sandler movie from 2003. Get the fuck out of here. When did Click come out? 2006. I spoiled you on Click. Tough, all right? Nah, I'm just kidding. Sorry for the spoilers. What series are you most interested in after JJK manga ended? Right now, it's Kagurabachi and Sakamoto Days for sure. Dandadan actually... Dandadan is so fun. Hey, bud, how am I feeling? I'm feeling good. Thanks for checking in on me. I was literally just talking about how I destroyed myself the other night. So you missed the recap, but I'm slowly recovering. I still felt like shit kind of today. The hangover extended 24 hours. That's how you know. That's how you know. Gozu got me hype as hell. Yeah, dude. 110%. Seeing Gozu show up is cool. Sakamoto Days is in a legendary moment right now. Kaiju number 8 is in its peak moment. That chapter, those chapters just come out every like 2-3 weeks, so it's impossible to keep the hype alive that long. But Kaiju number 8 has been in its peak since like for the last like half a year, to be completely honest with you. Every chapter of Kaiju number 8, it's just, like I said, it's just because it comes out so, it takes so long for the chapters to come out. But yeah. I haven't gotten any other two. I remember Kagurabachi was a meme until it was actually good. Oh yeah, no, it's so funny to me that like the chapter didn't even come out and people were like, this manga is gonna be the next big thing, and then it actually ended up being the next big thing. Do you happen to be a TBOI player, or did the playlist just happen to be on it right now? Oh, Binding of Isaac. Oh, 110%. Yes, I used to play Binding of Isaac all the time. I don't really play it as much anymore, but I used to love the Binding of Isaac. The power of memes is true, Jesse. Honestly, the power of memes is unreal. It was gaslit into, yeah, Hokuzono had high fucking expectations, and at that point he was like, well, fuck, I guess I have to actually deliver a good manga now. Let's see if I can pull the straight flush or the royal flush. No, I can't. Okay, that's fine. We try. You gotta try. Orb upon the movements of the earth. I have not heard of that. I feel like I have, though. I feel like I heard that in my passing of just through the internet. That sounds familiar, but I've never watched it, of course. Oh, Hokuzono definitely saw the memeage. He definitely saw the memeage for sure. I'm pretty sure he brought it up in an interview or something. He's like, I see everyone on the West has high expectations for me. I hope I can live up to it. Gaki Akuta manga really went under the radar until its announcement of its anime adaptation. I'm actually very excited for Gaki Akuta anime because I've missed out on the manga and now I'm just gonna wait for the anime to come out. And then we're just gonna do that. And then if I like it, I'll read the manga. Simple as bada bing, bada boom. I could pick an old anime to get a modern remake. What would I pick? I don't know if I would like to see anime get redone. Now that I've read Bleach and Naruto, I can confirm One Piece is still the best of the big three: lies, slander, and cap. That's what you came here for, Jesse. You came to spread the propaganda. I knew you came here for an ulterior motive. Tokyo Ghoul needs better treatment. True. Honestly, you know what? Tokyo Ghoul deserves a remake faithful to the manga. I completely agree with that now. You know, I wouldn't have said that before reading Koku the Raid and the current Clown Siege arc, but like now that I know, now that I'm in the know of the peak that is Tokyo Ghoul, yeah, we could do with a remake of Tokyo Ghoul. Berserk needs a Mappa adaptation. I just don't know if Berserk will ever be done correctly. Personally, I can't lie. I don't know if they'll ever be able to capture Berserk correctly. No, not even the studio wise. What I mean by it is the kind of content that Berserk produces. I feel like in order to put it on the TV screen as an anime that airs on Japanese broadcasting television, there would have to be sacrifices made, and I don't know. There just would have to be, right? There's no way there wouldn't be. Which is why I think it would ever be tough to do a full, complete, true anime adaptation of Berserk. Personally. I think what I would love is, I would love if it was like an OVA or like a movie kind of thing where they did not have to worry about censorship. And they were just able to just make it a rated, you know, NC-17 movie and just go buck wild. With the day and age where everyone stops caring eventually and just accepts that media is media, we should stop caring so much for real. As easy as it feels to say that, I do understand to a degree why people just wouldn't air Berserk on you know, just public television. I do somewhat agree that, like, if it's gonna be a public broadcast, you know what, like, if my 4-year-old kid is flipping through the channels and they flip to the wrong anime channel at 2 a.m. because they're up at night, you know what I mean? Sure, you could argue, you know, is that yes, I should take care of better parent of my kid. Maybe that's a bad scenario. The point is, god damn it, I can understand why, like, you know, there's certain things. Hey, maybe, you know what, maybe we should have as a you know, behind either a paywall or behind, like, you know, an NC-17 movie theater, you know, rating, you know. That being said, maybe they could put it on streaming instead, like JoJo with Netflix. Maybe, and then it would just really just depends on the kind of contract that they get. That's a really good point, Jesse. Completely possible. Paywalls suck, but hey, Invincible is doing well. Exactly. You know what I mean? Going through streaming might be a really good way to do it too. Doing a service that will let you do what needs to be done as opposed to airing it on public TV. It's not uncommon for TV to cut out certain scenes for broadcast and then keep them in for on demand. The thing is, though, is anime isn't gonna do that. I mean, the anime, they might add in this, they might go less censorship for the Blu-ray scenes, but then at that point you gotta buy the Blu-ray, and it's like that you gotta wait the, you know, the couple months to a year for the Blu-ray to come out after this anime has already been aired, you know, on. Yeah, there'd be entire, like, yeah, and it's like, it just wouldn't be, you know, I just feel like the sacrifices that would have to be made just aren't worth it. I think this run is cooked. The 0 discards is fucking my day up. I'm cooked. I'm getting the worst hands. I can't even do a hand with this. Oh my god. I have the worst Joker cards known to man. I literally have to do a high card. This is crazy. This is crazy. My god. I generally don't understand what's going on. Is it old maid, poker, go fish, Uno? It's literally a poker roguelike. I'm cooked. I'm fucked. I can't do anything. Oh wait. No, I don't have a 5. Yeah, what a terrible way to go out. So basically, long story short, basically what it is like you just have to make as many poker hands as you possibly can with the cards that they deal out to you. And then you get points, chips based off the kind of hands. The jokers help add like multipliers and stuff like that. But basically you're just trying to make as many poker hands as you possibly can. And hit the score. It's a fun game. I enjoy it. But I'm not having any fucking luck today. Couldn't we start a GoFundMe type of thing? I mean, if that could have been done already, I feel like it would have already been done, right? I don't know. But yeah, I would prefer like Berserk movies or like OVAs, like long hour-long OVA episodes done through a streaming service or something. That would be peak. I think that's the best way to possibly get it done. Rather than have it aired for public broadcast. Which, hey, like I said, we like Jesse said, they do it for David Productions does it for JoJo's, which is, you know, sometimes to JoJo's detriment, but they do a great job with the animation and they don't really censor much. My Austrian friend just got rejected from art school, is tweaking out. Be there for him. Make sure they're okay. Don't let them write any books. But yeah. Still cautious about SPR solely because Netflix might have grabbed the rights and planned to do it like they did Stone Ocean. I mean, Stone Ocean was fine. They just released it terribly and did no promotion for it, which is hopefully it's a lesson that they've learned. I mean, Dungeon Meshi did okay, right? Dungeon Meshi was on Netflix. They did the Devil May Cry anime pretty well. The Cheese Man, have a question. Do you have cheese? I don't have cheese personally right now, and honestly, that is a sad thing. I do love cheese. I love Kraft Singles. I love cheese. I love it. But I don't have any cheese now. I don't have any cheese right now, unfortunately. Are you familiar with video games like Halo, Mass Effect, Space Marines 2, and Metal Gear? Have you ever pondered anime crossovers of video game worlds? I am familiar with Metal Gear. I never really played Halo, never really played Mass Effect or Space Marines 2, but I definitely am familiar with Metal Gear. And I've done a couple anime crossing over with video game worlds. I did like an Elden Ring video. The Devil May Cry videos I just did recently were fun, and I definitely want to do more video game stuff. It's my, especially now that JJK is over, I want to do more video game stuff. I actually have more video game stuff coming soon, sooner than you'd think. I just don't understand how JoJo specifically had so many sore spots in its animation, but other anime productions were fine. I don't know, man. I always thought David Productions did a great job with JoJo's. I don't know, maybe I'm just not, maybe I'm just forgetting some of the issues that were had with Stone Ocean, but I always thought Stone Ocean did a great job with its animation. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I enjoyed David Productions. I always thought David Productions did an amazing job with JoJo's. I love the color scheme changes. I love everything that they do with the impact. They make things feel fun, and they clearly enjoyed, you know, and have passion behind the series. I always understood the problem of Netflix having it as the promotion, because they just dropped the batch of episodes with no fucking, without telling anybody. I literally remember they dropped the second batch of episodes with no promotion. Everyone was like, that was weird. And then the third batch of episodes dropped without any notice. And it's like, dude, you guys, what the fuck? Why didn't Toji just join the NBA or take Mayweather's belt? Bro was just broke. Dan, that's a good question. That is really a good question. He could have just went to a different country and became a fucking all-star Olympian. Instead, he fucking held grudges and wanted to fucking gamble all his money away. The 3D stands felt off and stood out too much even for JoJo. It'd be understandable for something complex, but Manhattan Transfer doesn't seem 3D level complex. I was okay with it. It didn't bother me too much. I can understand, you know, everyone kind of gets, you know, up in arms when it comes to 3D and 2D animation combining. And it can be jarring in certain areas. I definitely can understand that. I won't argue that. I don't know. It's definitely, I agree. It might be like a by case kind of thing. Because for me, it didn't really take me out of it. I was completely locked in every batch episodes. I had fun with JoJo's. I didn't really have too much of an issue with it, personally, but everyone's different. You think Gege will take a long break and come back with a new manga, like the Demon Slayer mangaka? Maybe. Gege, I know, does want to do more shonen. I think he might just take a long break and enjoy the success of Jujutsu Kaisen, as he rightfully should. I would personally like to see him do some more Jujutsu Kaisen extra stuff while the iron is hot, especially with the anime still going on. You know, the mobile game still going on. There's still plenty of potential to be had with the story. I would like to see him do some more extra stuff now that he's free. Even though he does deserve a break, of course. I'm not saying he can't take a break, but what I'm saying is, like, you know, kind of flesh out a couple more things here. Maybe help with the data book, help with the light novels, a new batch of light novels, and then, yeah, move on to a different story. Start planning and plotting out the new story. Gege has already talked about how he understands the flaws that he had in this story, and he knows where he knows what to improve on his next story. And honestly, Gege has won my, you know, attention for the rest of time. Anything that he produces, I will be very excited to read through, because the way that he writes characters, the way that he's able to get me to care about things in sometimes less than one chapter alone, is something that I don't think will ever be taken away from him. And I think he'll be more than able to do it again, whether he goes for another battle shonen, changes genre entirely. But yeah. Yeah, the DMC anime did a great job mixing the 2D and CG. I didn't think it was too bad at all. It's like I said, it's definitely a little noticeable, but it's just you get used to it. I really don't care too much. There's definitely egregious examples of terrible CGI. You know what I mean? But it's something I've just gotten used to. It just doesn't really bother me. I didn't even think, like, I remember when Mugen Train first came out, the Demon Slayer Infinity Train movie, when that first came out, everyone was complaining about the CGI Enma fight, and it really didn't even bother me. I thought it was okay. While that was like multiple years ago, and CGI has improved tremendously since then, I even thought that was okay. It wasn't the best use of CGI, but it wasn't the worst use of CGI. Yeah, now Berserk CGI, when the whole series is CGI, unless it's stylized in a great way, it can look wonky and weird. It definitely can. Like, if you're gonna do an all CGI, all 3D, you know, stuff, like, you gotta have some kind of style to it and make it work. Because if you don't, it just looks choppy and just weird. I have to catch up every time I step away. There's like 10 to 15 chapters out before I come back. It's been a while. I've been anime only mostly for JoJo's. I could probably get into Steel Ball Run, but now that the anime's been announced, I have no reason to. I'll watch the anime for Steel Ball Run. I'll watch the anime for JoJolion. I just love JoJo anime. Again, I love the David Productions adaptation, so I'm not upset at all. DBS Superhero was amazing. Dragon Ball Superhero was so much fun, and it literally felt like I was just watching like a PlayStation like movie, like just like a video game movie. Like I was just watching one really long animated cutscene, and it was great. I fucked with it hard. I was not mad at that at all. I thought Dragon Ball Super was fine. I gotta check out 2B Hero X, bro. Everyone be talking about that shit. I just be hearing time and time again, and seeing people glaze up that fucking series. I might have to check it out. Attack on Titan CGI was completely fine, you know? I have no idea what they're gonna do with the anime, but I hope they don't change much considering its content. I feel like it won't keep everything though. I don't see why they would change. I don't think did they change anything in the Stone Ocean anime? I really don't think they changed much. Arcane style animation. Arcane is another perfect example of just feel like I'm watching a video game movie, just a really long video game cutscene, and it looks beautiful. The early seasons of AOT, yeah, I think they were talking about probably the Mappa Studio season 4 CGI Titans. I think is what they were talking about. Yep, exactly, esoteric. That's definitely what I was mentioning. The original Colossal Titan from early Attack on Titan was definitely a little wonky. Point is, remember to add the X. I thought you were about to tell me that I need to watch 2 previous animes to watch this one, and I was like, damn, well, that's kind of shitty. In Stone Ocean, they had to worry about gore and a single nudity scene. SBR has so much more to worry about. Listen, I know all I know is everyone was up in arms about the opening scene of Stone Ocean. Everyone was like, they're gonna change it. There's no way they're gonna be able to say that Jolene was, you know, masturbating in the fucking thing. They're gonna change it. Everyone was up in arms, and what did they do? It was the exact scene. They didn't change anything. You know, so I don't know. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Again, they might change some stuff. I could be wrong, but I'm not worried about it. And again, also as someone that reads the manga, you know, as someone who doesn't read the manga, I don't know. I feel like I don't. I probably just don't have the same kind of fears because I don't know I don't know what could potentially be cut out. I do know Steel Ball Run is a whole new like dichotomy for Araki. He definitely feels himself a little bit more the longer he goes on for. That's for sure. That's very apparent. That is definitely apparent. Steel Ball Run is gonna go crazy. I'm very excited for that to come out. I'm very excited. That being said, guys, I think we're definitely in wind down phase. We chilled, we hung out, we chatted, we fucking gambled way too much, probably. But I genuinely do appreciate every single one of you guys being here and hanging out with me. We rolled the gotcha game, and unfortunately, just like gotcha, the house always wins. We didn't pull the SSR Jesse, but maybe next time, guys. Maybe next time we'll pull the SSR Jesse. We tried, and that's what's important. We showed our support and solidarity. Need this monthly reminder to check out World Trigger. It's peak, I promise. I have to. I promise you. The funny thing is, JSARP, of all things that are on my list, World Trigger is on my list. Actually, it is on my read and get into list. It's just, it's so hard for me to start something entirely. But I'll get there. I promise. I'll get there. I promise. Gambling is a way of life. Gambling is love. Gambling is life. Been tuning in and don't regret that. Thank you for the great stream. A. Thank you for showing up, Anime Darling. Always happy to see you in chat. Sincerely, thank you. The fever, indeed. The fever was there. The gambling wars. We lost a lot of good men, women, and children in these Balatro wars today. Not a single run went good at all. Not a single run. But you know what? That's fine. It happens. Step out the door, you might get tripped by a squirrel. Why would you say that to me? Why would you say that to me? Is that what you want to happen, or? That's kind of fucked up. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. First of all, why is a squirrel in my house? That's the first question I'm asking. Second of all, you're saying it might happen. Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that evil on me. Hey, Marbusters, thank you so much for being a member for 12 months. Much appreciated for the good memories and streams. Looking forward to that 24-month journey. Thank you so much for being with me, Marbusters, every step of the way. It sincerely does mean the world to me, without a doubt. Like, I know it might not mean a lot coming from a screen, but it means a lot to me, genuinely. It really does. Thank you. Thank every single one of you. Loud, China, Mario Busters, JSARP, my mod team. You guys are all great. Every single one of you, Anime Darling, Archon, Prodigy, all my goats in chat. I can't name every single one of you. Will be here forever, especially the lovely and amazing Jessie, who unfortunately did not win a membership today, but she won our hearts. By the flow of calamity. I didn't even chase after the head doctor. Please, no. I promise I'm not pursuing you. Leave me. You do what you want with the Rokakaka. I promise I'm not chasing you. I'm living my life out here. Wherever you may be. Like she's lost and we need to find her. Wherever you are, green name Jesse. Gojo badge, Jesse. Hit that like button, everyone. Sincerely, hit that like button if you haven't already. Helps the channel way more than you know. The likes help so much. We got to get her that gifted sub. Listen, if I could gift subs, I would. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. I can. Hey, Loud with the 5 gifted members stepping in. One more poll. One more poll. Ah. Rest in peace, Loud. Thank you so much. Hold on, hold on. I think I can. Hold on. Literally couldn't pull it. Literally, come on, dude. Oh my god. Hold on. One more time. The gotcha roll. It's for Jesse. This is for you. 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Nah, she's cooked. I don't know what to tell you. That's the game. That's the game. That's the game. Oh my god. Loud coming in again with the pull. The gotcha pull. Loud, don't get addicted to the gotcha. Green chat, indeed. Thank you so much, Loud. Sincerely do. I do appreciate the love. It really does mean a lot, and genuinely, it really does help the channel. Every single penny will go to helping the channel, whether we pull the SSR Jesse or not. So I do appreciate it. I genuinely do. Always love your content. Amen. Means the world to me. And again, like, I know it's hard to, you know, put that kind of emotion, you know, out through the ether this way, but it does mean a lot to me to have you guys there. It does mean a lot to me to have this community, have you guys, you know, even just hanging out playing Balatro. It's like a cool little, you know, Friday night experience. Like hanging out, just hanging out. It's super duper fun. It's super duper cool, and I thank you guys every single day for being here, supporting me, and my channel and the content that I make. And genuinely, you know, every time I'm like, fuck, you know, when I wake up and I'm like, god damn it, you know, I'm tired, I don't want to go to work today, it does, you know, I remember to myself that I got you guys not only here with me, you know, through the entire journey, but that you guys do, you know, support me in ways that I could never even have possibly imagined, you know, a couple years back. So you guys deserve my full foot forward every single time. So even though I'm sorry, I got hung over and I got destroyed, and I did have to take the day off. The one day I got absolutely destroyed and hung over, and also took off for the Wonga Wednesday, unfortunately, because of the concert. I promise I'll make that up to you. I'll make it up to you every single time, because you guys deserve my best, my 110% best. And I love you guys, and yeah, I thank you every single day. Besides my faults, you guys are the good ones and the great ones and the ones that deserve praise, not me, you know, not me. But thank you guys, seriously. It does mean the world to me. I wish we could have gotten Jesse that spin, but maybe next time. Maybe next time. Seriously. Until next time, everybody stay safe. Do not do what I did. Learn from my mistakes and be better. Drink responsibly. Or just don't drink at all. Or just be sober. Gamble responsibly, everybody. Gamble responsibly. I think that is the message, the ultimate message that can be learned from the end of this stream. From the end of this stream. Yeah. Gamble in moderation. No, but sincerely, I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekends. Feel the fever. I'm sending you that spirit bomb energy every single day, every single moment of every hour. And I love you guys. Thanks for just giving me a place to hang Friday nights, and I will see you guys in the next stream. As always, we'll be streaming on Sunday morning. So we'll be streaming the new Shonen oh wait, is Shonen on break this week? Actually, maybe not. Is Shonen Jump on break this week? Wah wah. Sunday chapters are on break. Wah wah. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll still stream Sunday morning anyway. Maybe we'll think of something fun to do. Because let's not waste a stream. Let's not waste a stream. But we'll think of something fun to do. That being said, guys, I love you all. I'll see you on Sunday morning, 11 a.m. sharp. And I will catch you guys on the next stream. Working on a fun video, Expedition 33. Maybe I just feel bad. I feel bad streaming. I'm like 75% of the way through the game. I feel like no one's gonna have any context. I would love to do that. That'd be so much fun. I've thought about it. Trust me. We'll have something fun to do. We'll have something fun to do. We chilled tonight. I will have something structured and fun to do on stream on Sunday. I promise. We will have a replacement. Whether it be something for like Sakamoto Days, something for Kagurabachi. I'll think of some cool content ideas. Maybe I'll do like a tier list, or maybe I'll do like a spin wheel or something fun. But yeah. Anyway, y'all. Again, much love goes out to you. Everyone have a good rest of the weekend. I'll see you guys on Sunday morning. And again, thank you all so much for the love. I can't thank you enough. And hit that like button if you haven't already. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Peace.